video is a quick reminder that your brain doesn't truly care if you are feeling good or bad. Its main mechanism of function is basically like an algorithm. So it goes by watch time. Okay, so watch time creates chemicals, and these chemicals are then promoters of certain patterns of behavior. And in order, the brain is, of course, gets like comfortable, okay, with those chemicals, and then these chemicals must be basically kept because the brain is comfortable in that setting. Everything that squanders or that might act against the neurochemistry and the usual brain pathways that have been established can be seen and is often seen as a threat. So of course we need to protect. So this is resistance, that's the core of resistance. But we must remember that the brain does not actually want your well-being. It wants your survival, and that's why it's primed for negativity, paradoxically. So your survival is hindered by this negativity, but it was of course created in order to make you survive in a dangerous environment. But beside that, the brain wants the watch time. So once you have created a pool of chemicals inside of your body, thanks to the always repeating thoughts, the frequency of these thoughts, the emotions, the moods that you have around, then it will actually start to pretend and to commend other thoughts, okay, that will enable the release of those chemicals. And we are addicted. Every one of us that lives with anxiety, depression, and things like that is, of course, addicted to a cocktail of chemicals that are indeed stressful, they are damaging, but they are somewhat the normal environment of your brain. So the brain doesn't want to let them go. And of course, this is a bad thing, but we are in the same position of an addict, but with thoughts and states of mind. Again, we don't want, as the addiction, I have suffered from addiction too. As the addiction progresses, we don't want to reinforce it with shame and guilt, because of course the continuous relapse, the continuous pattern is the thing that promotes the actual buildup of chemicals. So of course there will be discomfort in the time that we are going to stop the actual influx of these chemicals to the brain, and this will be kept as resistance. But as with addiction, then we need to focus on sobriety. We need to always focus, especially when you have a mental health problem, we need to focus in any way, in every way, towards something more positive. There's always a reason, there's always a way to become a little bit more positive. I told you in other videos, various tricks, various tips. You can script, you can visualize, you can affirm, you can move, you can jump, you can scream, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And also, you must not fear the negative moods and lows, because once you fear them, they do have their power. They become bigger, they take you and they drag you down and you spiral, okay? The trick is, okay, I feel like shit, whatever. Try to focus on the positive aspects, and if you can, just stay with that shit. Stay with it. Face it. Do not fight it. Just face it. Just stay with it. Because sometimes it wants to tell you something, most of the time. Sometimes it's just your brain that wants cortisol because it's not evil. It's just, it has been trained to do that. So you must recognize, you must have the awareness, say, okay, this is just a common pattern and my brain wants the juice. I want to give another type of juice, and then try to bring the new juice. Try to make it accustomed to the new juice in any way you can. Okay? So thank you for watching.